Welcome back to our Hangzhou special. My name's Zhui and this is Travelogue. This is a city that's believed to have been, at one point in history, the largest in the world. It was the 12th or 13th century, in the Southern Song dynasty, and Hangzhou was its proud and prospering capital. 1 million inhabitants and one foreign visitor by the name of Marco Polo. He was enraptured and described it as, beyond dispute, the finest and noblest city on earth. Fast forward 700 odd years and Hangzhou has taken the world stage by storm, thriving culturally and economically. Today, estimates put the residential population at more than 8 million. And there's a healthy community of foreigners.
Daniel's meeting us here at Longxiangqiao station. Haven't seen him before, so hope I can spot him from here. Nice to meet you. Nice to meet you too. You are incredible. You're a little fashionista. You're making me look bad.
Saobona, ni hao. My name is Daniel Magunje and I'm a student here in Hangzhou. I'm currently studying accounting at Zhejiang Gongshang University, and I feel me coming to Hangzhou has been the best decision that I've made so far. Like ever since I came in 2014, great atmosphere has just been something that has just captivated me. And I just love the people of Hangzhou. They're just people that are so humble. Like whenever you get lost, they're just people who are willing to come and assist you to wherever you're going. And I've never seen such warm-hearted people. And I think that's what makes a city. A city is made by the people. And to add on, I just love the scenic areas in Hangzhou. Yeah.
Longxiangqiao area.
Longxiangqiao area.
Is this your favorite
That's
area?
my favorite area. Yeah, because I'm an aspiring fashion designer, so I come and get ideas here. I think I'm sharing my secrets, so yeah. So
you do realize that you have some secrets to show.
Some
and this
secrets.
Is international television.
International television.
Empty-handed, of course.
Daniel, 14th on our list, is taking me shopping. In Longxiangqiao, right by the eastern banks of West Lake, there's glitz and glamour. And goodies for everyone.
You've got those really expensive stores on one side,
Exactly.
and then here you've got locals lining up to buy like really nice little cheap snacks. Yeah. You're only 20 years old now, right?
20.
And you've been here for how many years?
3 years now.
So you came when you were 17.
17 years old.
You're so young. Why Hangzhou?
Like, I love adventure, so like I thought to myself, like, you know what, let me just go to a city where I can explore a little bit. So like Hangzhou is known for its beautiful West Lake, so like and other tourist attractions. So I was like, you know what, let me just go to this peaceful city.
And your parents let you?
They let me. They trusted me.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
And how much longer do you intend to stay in Hangzhou?
I think even if, when I graduate, even if I get a good job here in Hangzhou, I'm willing to stay, definitely.
Yeah?
Because I feel like there's no place like Hangzhou. Really.
This is after your fashion degree,
This
though,
is
right?
after my fashion degree. Who knows? Probably I'll be having a store, maybe probably here.
Oh my
One
God,
day.
that would be amazing. I'll come back one
Dreams,
day
dreams.
and you're going to be the
Definitely.
face of like some store,
You'll
the
see.
name behind some store.
Exactly. You
That's
see
pretty
Daniel
cool.
Couture.
Yeah.
Like China, like is actually known for its good education, and it's known for innovative people in society. Look at Hangzhou's Jack Ma.
Exactly.
Like, who knows? Probably I could be South Africa's next Jack Ma.
So he's one of your idols, is he?
One of my idols. So actually, I'm trying by all means to.
Hangzhou houses the headquarters of Jack Ma's giant e-commerce company, Alibaba. And thanks to its promising economic growth, educated workforce and research and development facilities, it's a hub for global investors and entrepreneurs and young visionaries.
So Daniel, he's got a tip or two for us visitors to Hangzhou, right?
Definitely.
Yeah?
Yeah, I'm sure you must be wondering why I brought this umbrella today. Looking at the weather right now.
It's pretty nice outside.
Exactly, but why would I bring an umbrella? Hangzhou is like this. Hangzhou is really unpredictable. So you don't know if it's going to rain. You don't know if it's going to be windy. You don't know if it's going to be very, very cold.
You could have 4 seasons in one day, right?
4 seasons in one day.
Yeah.
So just be prepared, weather-wise.
So, ta-da! Practice what you preach, right?
Yeah.
Yay!
On the topic of umbrellas, there's a place in Hangzhou where you can find out everything you ever wanted to know about them. History, culture, folklore, craftsmanship. I'm meeting Lacey, the 15th foreigner on our list, at the China Umbrella Museum.
Hello, my name is Lacey. I'm from Indonesia. I love Hangzhou, everything but Hangzhou. Even though there are many tourists in Hangzhou, the city is still civilized and organized. I've been living in Hangzhou for 2 years with my husband.
Hi.
Oh my god, it's a love story in Hangzhou!
So this is the famous legend of the white snake.
Legend. The broken bridge.
White snake spirit in the form of a human.
Yeah.
The legend of the white snake is one of China's 4 great folktales set here in Hangzhou. One rainy day, a white snake spirit in the form of a woman meets a mortal man by the name of Xu Xian on the West Lake's broken bridge, where he lends her his umbrella.
In the end, they fall in love. Then they get married.
But he doesn't know that she's a
She's
a white snake spirit.
He doesn't know in the beginning.
Yeah.
But in the end, he knows. Then he died.
The poor man dies of shock when the serpentine spirit reveals her true form. Desperate, she finds a way to restore her husband's life, but soon afterwards, White Snake and Xu Xian are separated again. The romance existed in oral tradition long before it was documented and dramatized on stage and screen, so there are countless versions, some culminating in tragedy, others happily ever after. However it ends, it's a love story in Hangzhou, and it all began with a silk umbrella. Eventually, we leave the Museum of Paper Parasols and Silk Shades for a breath of fresh air along China's Grand Canal, the longest canal in the world. It stretches almost 1,800 kilometres from Beijing to Hangzhou, and the oldest sections are believed to date back to the 5th century BC. Even today, the southern segments are utilised heavily, with a constant stream of barges transporting bulk goods like sand, diesel and coal. It's also not a bad place for an afternoon stroll.
So I always spare my time here with my husband, just like walking around, have a chit chat. Living in Hangzhou is like I'm home. It's like so homey, so relaxing.
又是一条船过来。
In June 2014, the Grand Canal was declared a World Heritage Site. That's Hangzhou's second UNESCO listing after Westlake in the middle of the city. I'm really quite smitten with this place.
You can just wander around Hangzhou,
Yeah,
enjoy the scenery and chat to the locals. That sounds
having a
pretty good to
relaxed
me.
life here.
Yeah.
Also, Lacey's self-employed, so she's practically the boss of her own time.
So you think one of your favorite things about Hangzhou is the people, right?
Yes.
Yeah. What about anything else that you like about Hangzhou?
The food
The food.
in Hangzhou, it's not so spicy. It's more like sweet and sour.
But it suits your taste.
Yeah.
Yeah. Is there anything that you don't like about Hangzhou?
So far, no.
Really?
Yeah.
Jeez, maybe I should come and live here. What's your travel tip for the audience?
Avoid the weekends and public holiday because there will be a crowd everywhere.
Because Hangzhou is a really big tourist city, right?
Yes.
Yeah. But it's okay. If you've got a silk umbrella, you can use it as a weapon and beat people up. No, I'm kidding. But seriously, weekdays are probably the best time to come, right?
Yes.
There you go. Got it? Cool.
Coming up next, a little less sightseeing and a little more living. A teacher and a student give me a personal tour about what it's like to be a foreigner in Hangzhou.
Morning. Welcome.
Cool. This is your place. Your humble abode.
I'm just about to make some juice. Would you guys like to join me for some juice?
Yeah, why not?
I'm gonna make some. This
Awesome.
is like my elixir for the morning.
Thank you. Thank you.
Hey there, this is Lee Hassan, aka Lee Hyson, aka Teacher Lee, by way of Montreal, Canada, coming at you live from the beautiful city of Hangzhou, China. The slower pace of life is what I really love about Hangzhou. You know, when I first got here, I was riding around on my bike, I was like, God, everybody's driving around so slow. And then I realized, no, they're not going too slow, you're going too fast. I had to slow it down. And once I started slowing down, I started realizing the speed of the city here, and also just it made it much more of an enjoyable ride. So really happy to be here in Hangzhou, enjoying the ride.
Cheers.
Cheers. When I moved here, I just kind of fit right in right away, you know. They told me about Hangzhou. They told me when I came here that it was a city for people who love to work hard and play hard.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nice.
That's cool. Last night we won the provincials, the province of Zhejiang province, which means next month we're going to Beijing for the nationals.
No way!
Yeah.
I'll see you there.
It was a big honor. Everybody worked hard, and I hardly worked. No, I'm the thing that I really love about Hangzhou is like for me as a student of Chinese, and the Chinese language, it's a perfect balance of foreigners and Chinese people. Like if you go to Nanjing, they don't even know how to say hello around there, most people, you know? But you come to Hangzhou and there's just enough foreigners that I don't feel like I'm on another planet, but not so many that I never practice my Chinese. I'm sure, like in Beijing and Shanghai, if you're a foreigner and you live there, you don't have to speak Chinese. You
that's exactly true.
You can immerse yourself in the expat community.
Live in a bubble.
Yeah. So for me, it's kind of like both, you know. I'm not on another planet, but at the same time, I can still have a few foreign friends
There's
here
a
and there.
good equilibrium here in Hangzhou.
Yeah, like if you go to the touristy areas, the university, Zhejiang University, or if you go to the West Lake, there's a lot of foreigners there. But if you just go 2 streets away, you know, there'll be people taking pictures of you and saying, "Oh my God, it's a foreigner." It's the first one I've seen.
I'm sure you get that all the time, right?
Totally.
Teacher Lee came to Hangzhou 9 years ago on a summer study program as part of a group of 20 Canadian students. When it was over, 19 of them went home. But Lee, he was hooked. 3 years later, he opened up an English school for kids, and so far, he hasn't made any plans to leave.
Being here has been a wonderful experience, and being here has allowed me to have a lot of time to pursue the hobbies and you know, things that I love to do on a daily basis. So many things that I love to do and invest my time in. So people who live in Hangzhou know this. They're of the same mindset. We make a little less money, but we're happy here. You know, people around here looking good and feeling good, and you know, living life the way it's meant to be led. So very, very happy in Hangzhou. It's like paradise for me.
After showing me his pad, Teacher Lee walks me around his hood. And all of a sudden, his teacher instincts come out when I ask him for a Hangzhou tip.
Well, Lee, thank you so much for having me and showing us a little bit of Hangzhou life and what you can do around your neighbourhood.
I'm honored.
Yeah. Before we go though, I think you have a bit of advice to give the viewers, right?
Yeah, for anybody who's coming to Hangzhou, walk straight. Don't walk diagonally. There's too many cars and too many buses and everything else. Just to make sure you're safe, walk straight.
Okay.
And before you stop, look behind you too.
All right, got it. Hangzhou's safe, but you can never be too safe.
You can never be too safe unless you're with Teacher Lee.
Oh, thank you so much. You were awesome.
We'll see you again soon, I know.
All right, okay.
Enjoy your lovely stroll.
I will. Walk straight. Got it. We're at a place where there are lots and lots of people from all around the world. Can you guess where our next person that I'm going to meet is from?
Zhejiang University was founded in 1897 and is one of China's oldest and most prestigious higher education institutions. I'm at Zijinggang campus, the newest and largest of its current 5, and it also houses the university headquarters. Trudging around pretending I belong, I'm getting flashbacks to that one insanely fun semester I spent at Korea University as an undergrad. If only to relive those good old days.
Hello. Hi. What country is this? Turkmenistan. Turkmenistan. Awesome. I can't say I've ever met a Turkmenistani before. Really?
Or a Turkmen, for that matter.
You're studying there, right?
No. Just visiting.
For the free food.
Hello. Where are you from? Rwanda. I've actually been there. Really? Yeah, I went to Kigali like 2 years ago. Yeah, I loved it. Loved it. Awesome country. Yeah, and we did a bit of a hike through the mountains to go gorilla trekking. Yeah, and actually, yeah, we did. and I got pushed down the mountain by a gorilla. Yeah. It was the best experience ever. Hello. 안녕하세요. You're 은정. Hello.
안녕하세요. 저는 한국에서 온 신은정이라고 합니다. Hello, my name is Eunjung. I'm from Busan in Korea. A lot of city in China is very 热闹，但是我but I don't like 热闹的那样的气氛。So I love to live here. Yes. I have a boyfriend in here in this university. So I love Hangzhou. This is the best reason in here.
G, baby. Okay, I think I deserve something now for that.
Cake.
I love Korea. So this is a overseas student kind of carnival, right? Like fair.
Yes.
Really good way to get some cultural exchange going.
Give them the sticker.
Come on. Some of us just prefer stuffing our faces. This is your 4th year now. Hey. It's all coming back to me! Yay! That song is not the only thing I learnt on exchange. And now that I've publicly humiliated myself, it's Eunjung's tip time.
Yes.
What can you tell us?
我是外国人。我不听懂，听懂就这样说的话，就他们知道你是外国人。不听懂这个语法错吗？
不是听不懂。
Yes.
Yeah.
It's true. Not good. So
She's so
yeah,
sneaky.
maybe.
So better treatment from the locals if you say that you're a foreigner.
Yes.
That's a good one, especially for people like us, right?
Yeah.
Okay, that's what I'm going to do now.
Yeah. Great.
Coming up next, it's nearing the end of the road. But before we call it a day, I take a break in a bookstore and turn vegetarian for a meal or two. I love brick and mortar bookstores. They kept me entertained for hours as a kid, and they still do. Although it's a bit harder in Chinese. This is where I'm meeting someone who shares my love of words on paper, our 18th and penultimate foreign Hangzhou resident.
Hey there, my name is Julianna and I'm from Germany. Living in Hangzhou is really relaxing after having lived in the big city for many years. Just sitting in the tea house or a coffee shop next to West Lake, enjoying the afternoon sun, or strolling down the riverbank, watching the ships passing by, or having dinner in one of the fabulous little restaurants all around town. And all of this without any rush, just enjoying myself, enjoying life, and finding my pace. It's great. And should the city get too crowded, it just takes a short trip with the bus, and I'm in the middle of nature. That's perfect. I love this about Hangzhou.
Julianna is a marketing director who loves cooking, Pilates, and a good book. It's the first time for both of us at the newly opened Zhongshuge bookstore in Hangzhou's Binjiang district. She's been meaning to check it out since she relocated, so here we are.
Yeah, so how long have you been living here in Hangzhou?
Hangzhou actually not that long. I moved here last year.
Okay.
But before that I've been living for
12 years, around 12 years in Shanghai.
12 years in Shanghai.
So that's why I moved to Hangzhou. Hangzhou is actually a pretty relaxed place. I mean, the pace is so much slower than Shanghai. And you can really slow down and get into enjoying life. I mean, that's what life about, right?
And what are your favorite parts about Hangzhou?
The nature. Because, I mean, you don't only have the huge lake in the middle of the city, which is amazing. You can just go out of town a little bit. It's nature.
Yeah, and if you're looking for a bit of a weekend party, you can go back to Shanghai, right?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I mean, 1 hour by train.
Exactly.
It's a lovely place. I suggest it.
Yeah, that's true.
Zhongshuge Bookstore is the brainchild of a pioneering publisher/bookseller who teamed up with a Shanghai architecture and design studio. It's become a popular weekend attraction, but most other times it's almost like a library. Well, one that resembles the hybrid offspring of Star Trek's Enterprise and Willy Wonka's Chocolate Factory. Tiptoeing around with Julianna, I feel like this bookshop perfectly embodies Hangzhou. An ancient soul in the form of pages and prose, a progressive heart that beats with promise, and a humbling kind of visual appeal. It's an abstract forest of stacked stories that, with more time, I would have blissfully lost myself in.
I had some money, I would definitely spend a lot of it in there if I could read Chinese as well.
Same here, same here.
So Julianna here has some advice to give us.
My tip for Hangzhou is always have a book with you for 2 reasons. One is sometimes you get stuck in traffic and traffic can get really bad in Hangzhou. So you can read a book and, let the time pass by a little faster. And the second reason is sometimes you just stroll across town and you just find a bench, you want to sit down and just enjoy reading a little bit, taking some time for yourself.
That sounds awesome. I think we should go do that right now.
Let's go.
And then it's time to meet our last victim. Actually, victims.
Hi everybody, Namaste and Vanakkam from India. I'm Pawan Jain. I have my family also with me, Deepthi and Kimaya. We live in the Binjiang district of Hangzhou. When I decided to move to Hangzhou, there were a lot of people asking me this question whether it's a right move for me. But having spent a couple of years here now, I feel yes, it was a right move for me.
Now it's your mom?
Yeah.
Hello, nice to meet you.
Oh, how are you? Ooh, I think you look like your dad, do you?
In the beginning I felt it slightly difficult for me to live here because I'm a vegetarian. However, there were a few restaurants who, once they understood that I don't eat meat or egg, they kind of respected it. They really helped me. They let me get into the kitchen, let them know how my meal has to be cooked, and then that's how I built a rapport here. So guys, if you really want to live here, even if you're a vegetarian, don't worry, come here. Initial few days will be a little difficult for you, but once you get used to the city, you'll find it difficult to go back from wherever you are.
Good evening.
Good evening, uncle.
Good evening.
So uncle, I have Zui with us.
Bye.
So that's our family. This is originally from East India, but this version is actually West Indian.
Oh,
So it is a concoction of East and West Indian.
Yeah.
And we have another dish which will be a concoction of
North and South, was it?
yeah, North and South Indian.
So you've got all 4 corners of
Yeah.
India. Yeah. Oh! Is that a Bollywood move?
Yeah.
I find out that these dishes were just to whet my appetite, and I am a massive fan of Indian cuisine. Part 2 is lunch the next day. Hooray!
So these are one of the restaurants that allow you to go behind the kitchen and and work your magic there. Letting the master chef do his work inside the kitchen. I think I'm better outside here, right? Just watching. So Pawan's invited us to this restaurant. Yeah. Yeah.
I'm making vegetable stew.
They're more than happy to add extra vegetables.
Oh,
maybe bell
okay.
peppers or whatever. Whatever they've got, they tend to give us that. Pizzas for that matter.
Respect the local culture. Because what you actually want from them is for people to understand your culture, your way of living. So you reciprocate that. You make the first move by respecting their culture.
Sure.
You will see a lot of people respecting your culture as well.
Yeah.
And people want to learn about your culture.
Yeah.
They don't know about your culture, that is why they don't behave as you want them to behave. If you really want them to behave the way you want them to behave, let them know.
Well, I guess that's why they let you into their kitchen, right?
Exactly.
Because they want to learn more about your culture as well.
Yeah.
It's all about the friendly people here in Hangzhou. There's so many of them everywhere.
Yeah.
And that's including foreigners too, obviously. I'm pretty sure this Hangzhou trip is a friend-making record for
But
me.
you like the weather. Was the job, firstly, that brought you here?
Exactly.
Yeah.
So you should use your hands to eat.
Yeah, I think I will.
Just 2 fingers, yeah?
I'll do just 2 fingers, yeah.
And then try to make a funnel, and you have to hold
Use
the
it as
funnel
a
from the
scoop.
bottom.
Uh-huh.
And then try to scoop it out. So this, even if it drips, it falls in your fingers and doesn't fall down. Yeah?
Kind of like that.
Yeah.
My Hangzhou tip? Get Pawan to make you lunch. Meantime, here's the managing directors.
Tips for any foreigner coming to China is A, please understand you will not find many people speaking English, but you'll find a lot of people wanting to know you. So you'll be approached by people just to speak, you'll be smiled at.
Yeah.
So don't get worked up because of that. It's a part of the culture, they're very kind.
Especially in Hangzhou, right?
Yes.
You see it all the time,
Exactly.
foreigners getting stopped to take photos, yeah.
And download an app in your smartphone, translator app. Use that to converse with people. And once you break the ice, you'll feel that this city is really warm, they embrace you. So the initial ice breaking has to happen from your side. And then you'll see a lot of help coming your way.
It's so good. I could die here.
Be careful, I kiss you, remember?
Oh, yes. Great. Hello. Long time no see.
Yeah, just 5 hours.
Yeah. Hello. What's your name, sorry? Amy. Nice to meet you.
All too soon, my Hangzhou adventure through the eyes of expats is drawing to a close. To me, they're not just foreigners anymore who call Hangzhou home. They're my friends. And, as of tonight, we all become friends. No, more like one big family.
You know, Hangzhou was way better than expected, way better than what Marco Polo described. And it was all thanks to these guys. Guys, cheers to Hangzhou!